What is up, everybody? Alright, so I got a quick update for you guys on the nature aquarium and some new fish. To start off the update, I'm gonna head on to my shrimp down here. Let's focus in on them. Those are a whole bunch of baby shrimp. But so far my shrimp have been doing amazingly. These are cherry shrimp. I don't remember their wild name, but there's cherry realies, wilds, and just regular old red cherries. And there's one like bamboo style guy in here. I have no idea where he went or she went, but if I see her, I'll show you guys. But they've been breeding like crazy, just like I expected them to. But this is the first success I've had in my personal tanks with shrimp, dwarf shrimp. So these guys are doing really, really well. Right now they're munching on some bloodworms I put in the tank. There's the big clump. So those are the Rillies. That's what those guys look like. There's two females next to each other. I've got babies from both of them. There's another female coming up from behind them. I have no idea what they're feeding on. I'm sure there's something down there that they're finding that they think tastes good. They're just like, if you just look at my tank for a while, with your own eyes, you could see there's just shrimp everywhere. They're all up in the hydrocotyle, just hiding back in there. I'm just gonna try and find a wild one for you guys, but I'm having absolutely no luck, of course. Look like they're all shying away as soon as I started the video. But right now I'll just show you the baby wilds. So clear red, light red, just a bunch of variations, which is really good. If you read most things, people say don't cross the color variations, but if you don't cross the color variations, then there's no fun, right? So I've got some wild styles, some domesticated styles, and I can't wait to see what happens when they finally cross over. Oh, come on, let's see. There's a wild one. It's not a very good picture of it, but you can see it's not as colorful as the domesticated ones. But they still look really cool. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I'm a big fan of wild variants. So move on to the snails for a quick sec. As you can see, there are a bunch of Malaysian trumpet snails coming up because I just fed these guys, and there are several hundred, possibly several thousand of these guys in here since the original, 50-ish I put in here. They've just been reproducing and reproducing and reproducing. They're actually reproducing faster than the other invasive snails I've had in the past, which were hermaphroditic. So these guys are just the most prolific snails I've ever had, but they're also the most useful ones because they've been cleaning up after the fish and the snails, and they've also been keeping my my substrate nice and stirred so it doesn't get stagnant. And I found, oh no, that's a wild male right there, a wild female. A little bit of brownish, but the snails have been doing amazingly. They've been really useful. So Malaysian trumpet snails are a different yes for me, and it doesn't matter what kind of pH that you have them in, as long as it's like not below 6. Because right now, we check down there, it is 6.54. I just got put a new CO2 thing in there, so this CO2 is just pumping. The snails don't even care. I've got the other invasives, I don't know what they're called. They've got ram's horns in here, but they're not doing so well because of the low pH and no carbonate hardness in here. The aqua soil is just awesome. It'll be dying down pretty soon, so I've got my additive pellets ready. So let's move on to the plants for a sec. I just did a trimming recently because of both some algae problems and some of the plants were just getting too long. Blackbeard algae just like attacked my hydrocotyle. It's still on some of the leaves, but it is dying down thanks to the guys at Capital Cichlids Association and epistrogramma.com. They really helped me fight this thing. Basically what I did is I just overdosed XL, Secam XL. Let me get out a bottle for you. The old style bottle. Flourish XL. I overdosed that 4 times the recommended amount, and in under a week the blackbeard algae just started to disappear. The ones that the amount that's still here is dying away, and snails and shrimp are finally eating it because they weren't before. But XL is the new bottle. These guys, Secam knows what they're doing. They make stuff for one reason, and it turns out it's amazing for another. So if you have an algae problem, just overdose on Secam, but not too much. Alright, what's next? I'm gonna do a little bit more on plants. The Cryptocorynes are doing really well. I had to prune them a bit, back a little bit. Some of the leaves were dying back, but you can see that is just an amazing mass of crypts. They're all crypt Wendtii brown or bronze, something like that. And my swords are just kicking it in the back. We've got Micro Sword, and we've got Echinodorus, Altlandsberg. You can see that one really red leaf. I don't know what that's all about. They usually don't come out that red, but that's cool. They're not reproducing as fast in the underwater, of course, but I've still got the parent plants upstairs kicking it. The Babka Carolina. This is Babka Monterey. This is also an amazing plant. Whether you're doing immersed or submerged plants, I recommend it A++. There's a floating piece right there with some blackbeard algae on it, the last leaf with algae on it, but doesn't even change whether you take it out of the water or not. It's basically gonna go straight up. Whenever I do water changes, I go down to around here, and the babka still grows and still doing fine. So it has almost no transition between the two. The just cut down on the Ludiwgia SP Red. Get over here again. So this plant again, now one of my top, my number 2 stem plant after Rotofundula. But this guy is just awesome too. He's been doing really well in outside and in the tanks. Really deep red, really contrasts with the really green Hydrocotyle and the reddish green swords. You can just see how bright that how bright green that Hydrocotyle is in there. But backing up a little bit, let's move on to the fish, since I know that's what you guys really wanted to see. These are Silvertip Tetras and Guppies. I just added a bunch of new Guppies in here. The 2 black females in there, that 1 red male, and those 2 red females. I just added them a couple days ago, so they've all been doing really fine. And then the Tetras are Silvertip Tetras. I think they're Hasemania Nana. I could be getting that name a little bit wrong, but that's about right. I'll put the name in the description. But these guys are just awesome. The really bright orange ones you see are the males, and the grayish ones you see are the females. I'm gonna try my hand at breeding these guys. Hopefully I'll get lucky and they'll just kind of spawn in this tank. Maybe a few of them will survive. Should cross my fingers, but I'll try my hand at breeding these guys. But these guys are really nice. I got 12 of them in here. I think I got 3 or 4 females. Excuse me. So these guys are pumping, and the guppies are doing fine. No fry yet from the guppies. Who's up next? We have the newest additions to my aquariums. Dario, aka Badis, aka Badis Dario, aka Dario Arnold, No one's used that name in a really, really long time though, so you probably won't see it. But these guys are really, really cool. Great. Can't focus through this Tupperware that I'm acclimating them through, but these guys are perchiforms, so same order as order as cichlids and stuff. They stay like an inch. The males get no more than 2 centimeters, and the females get no more than like 1.5 centimeters. So they stay tiny, which is great because I'm trying to keep my fish in this tank as small as possible, so they won't destroy my shrimp population. These guys, really cool. I've got these double tank set up in here for right now, so I think I'm gonna move my my last Cockatoides pair in this 5.5 and then put these guys in here. But yeah, so I'm gonna acclimate these guys, and I'll see you in the next video.